All right, we about to get to it in a second. I want to check the audio. I want to check the visual and make sure everything's good. Guys, let me know if the audio and the visual is good, and we can get started. I'm sorry if it's super bright in here. We just started getting new lights in the garage. All right, let me make sure we good on the audio and make sure we good on the visual, guys. We're gonna give it a few minutes now. We're back in business. We're going to do a roll call in a second. And we're going to check out a few things. And then we're going to get to business. Hey, everybody knows football season. I have to stop the lives because they don't work out with football season. It kind of takes away from the guys actually getting the information from the lives. So we just go ahead and take our break then. And then we come back right after football season. Now, Super Bowl is next weekend, so there's no live next weekend. So let's get a little bit in, and then right after football, after the Super Bowl, the next Sunday, we're back at it. Absolutely, we're back at it. Let's see what we got. Rick Baker in the building. Rolando, what's happening, brother? Tim, I don't know your last name. Squarebeard77, Get Funky 60. Buckshot. Michael Boyd, Squarebeards, Kevin Moss, Sherman Jack, Big Mafia. Hey, guys, as soon as you come into the chat, don't forget to like. That's how we keep these lives rolling. It makes me get out here and get in front of this camera for you guys, ask your questions, get your call outs in, whatever you want to talk about. It's free game, but we do have rules. No cursing. We're not cursing people out. This is a fun and free space. Ask your questions. There's no hating. There's no none of that. And we really don't like the guys that are lurking in the background, but hello to you guys as well. And at least make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Now, you guys know I'm in South Florida. The weather is about 40 degrees outside right now. I got heat going in here, so we're good to go. We're going to ride out for a little bit. We all have to work tomorrow. But these lives are the most fun live on Sunday nights. We all go to work on Monday. We do our race talk. We do our motorcycle talk to calm us for the week until we figure out what we're going to do up until the next weekend. So, guys, let's keep it fun. Let's keep it clean. It's a safe space for all the guys. Ask your questions. This is where a lot of people actually are able to interact with a lot of the guys that are on the channel every now and then. So if you see their names in there, go ahead and reach out, say what's up. It's all a safe space around here, like I said. So you guys do know Bipolar is up for giveaway. This is a legit giveaway. I don't play the funny business, but we do have to meet a certain threshold that we need to go ahead and let this bike be given away, and preferably in Daytona, because I actually want you guys to see it. And if we can't, might have to keep going. But we need to go ahead and get this bike to a new home. I'll give you reasons in a little bit. So guys, like I said, if you don't want to get blocked, keep it clean. If you got a call out to make, you want to see somebody's bike run, you want to sit beside somebody's bike, this is the space for it. The roadglide is here. Bipolar's here, or BMF's here, Bipolar's here, but there's one guy missing from the show. He will be here soon. Revamp. Yeah, revamp. So just in case you guys are wondering, we are doing a new build on the Road King. I'll get that out the way now because you guys might be looking for it. It's not here. Yeah, we're doing a little something. I'll come back. Let me continue the roll call. Guys, if you're in the chat, don't forget to like it. Now, the next thing I want you guys to do is put the temperature of where you're at in the group chat right now. Guys, listen, we're in Florida. We don't deal with a lot of cold weather. It's not really our thing, but it's 40 degrees. And, bundle up down here, man. I don't even think I own anything thicker than a hoodie, to be honest with you. But that's just the way we roll. So drop the temperature where you're at. We all want to see. If you guys got snow, go ahead and drop that too, man. These temperatures have been crazy. Let's go ahead and scroll up. Let me get back to it. I'm in this one, Sherman Jack. Hey, if you haven't got your sticker, I'll show you in a minute. I have a stack of stickers coming out to show and prove your entry. That's all it's for. So if you haven't gotten yours, it will be coming this week. What do we got? Rich Carlisle. Sorry. Bush, I don't want to say how you like the weather. I moved to Jersey from West Palm Beach and everyone is clowning. Now look at you. Listen, this weather's something different. My dogs don't even want to go outside. Robert Fagan, what's up, brother? Hurley Lawn back in the building. Real 1K, 78. Where you at? That is 78 degrees. Adam Reeves, 20. Lexington, Kentucky, man, 18 degrees, 18 in Baltimore, 13 in Indiana. Yeah, you guys are killing it. Rob Hughes, what's up, Mac? How you doing? One of the Canadian guys met you at allamericancycles just after Christmas. What's happening, brother? I'm thinking. Stage 2 guys, right? I think I'm right on that one. We're down here. I had an appointment at All-American, left at 31 degrees, 70. Okay, I got you. 1,700 miles, man, to go see George All-American Cycles to get those bikes hooked up. Nothing like it, man. Nothing like it. 12 degrees in Ohio, 6 degrees. Brother, I don't know where you at, but I'm praying for you because that's crazy. Those single digits are really, really scary, man. Local SoCal, 75, AZ, 26 degrees in Mass. Bipolar not going to like it up here. 31 degrees in Montgomery, Alabama. So first order of business. Guys, I always like to keep you updated on the events. Daytona Bike Week is coming. It's probably, we got 20 some days. We got in the 20s of days to get ready to enjoy a little, and the weather's going to be all right. I think the weather's going to be all right. It's usually cool in March in Daytona, but the weather's going to be all right. It's better than everybody else's weather. It's even better than this 40-degree weather down here, but going to be big things coming. I'm going to be putting together a ride going to Daytona and inside of Daytona. So guys, stay locked in with my Instagram. I will try to post as much as I can on YouTube to let you guys know where I'll be at and where we're going to meet up at and where we're riding to. So I want everybody to really get together and be able to have something more to do than just the normal run of the mill. Listen, I've been to Daytona for the last 4 years and I really felt like, I'm doing the same thing over and over. I'm changing the narrative this year. I got a good group of guys. We're going to get a lot done. We're going to go do some riding. So even if you guys got some ideas and would like us to join, hit me up. Instagram is the best place to get me because it's the easiest one I can get to, and it gets there pretty fast. There will be maybe some fast guys riding around creating havoc. I don't know, but it might be going down in Daytona. Usually does in those undisclosed locations. If you meet up, you will get the undisclosed information. I will not be giving this information out. So guys, do not ask me. You have to meet me because we never know what the situation might be, and I'm not responsible for anything that goes on. I'm just a guy on a motorcycle. That's all I am. I'm just riding around. So when I do give out the information of the meetups, trust me, you might want to meet. You might want to drop everything and go ahead and make it happen. I will be going to the Dyno Shootout in Orlando. That's going to be one of my things. If some other things come up, okay, we would like to partake. I'll leave it at that. Let's see what we got. I forgot to mention Stage 2 is done at All American. Thanks for bringing him to the channel. But listen, me and George worked together on this thing, guys, to be honest with you. I like to see people get their bikes handled in the right way. There's so many horror stories out there, and I know you guys know that when you guys are going to all these different shops and all these shops are telling you this is bad, this, negative that, negative this. I mean, we've seen it firsthand, guys. In the last few weeks, we've seen, something really go down and, had nothing to do with the shop or anything like that, but we see how people like to, you go to different shops and you think you're going to get this, that, and the third, and you're disappointed. You're disappointed over here. You're disappointed over there. Make your way to All American Cycles. Kind of like, let's skip the middleman. Let's jump over the middleman and let's get right to it. Let me scoot down a little bit more. Maybe you guys can see Bipolar a little bit better. I know you guys don't want to see me, so. So yeah, I like to see that. I like to see George actually, put his hands on people's bikes and really give them what they're looking for. Guys, you got to understand this. A Harley is what it is. Harley has started to try and listen to us and give us, a little bit better things. And we're not trying to take away from Harley, but what we are trying to do is improve on what Harley gave us. That's it. That's the name of the game here. We can all go out, and buy these bikes, but the name of the game, whether you like it or not, is performance. Yeah, it's mostly performance. Yeah, you like to sit back and cruise, but that only lasts so long. When that guy pulls up next to you and all that foolishness and you talking, amongst each other, that's when you're really having the most fun, at least for this channel, at least for this group of guys that I know watch and follow me. That's more so what we're in it for. We ride, we might get a 5-hour, 6-hour ride in, but we're having fun throughout those 6 hours. We don't have breakdowns. We don't have all these issues. We get a flat tire, we punch it, and we keep going. That's the type of riding we want to do. We don't sit here and worry if the bike's going to start. And we don't think, oh, the bike's going to leak oil. Oh, we don't have those problems. I'm telling you. So guys, if you do want to join us in a ride, I will be riding to Orlando. I think it's going to be that second Saturday. I will be doing a quick turn and burn. The 28th. The first Saturday of Daytona. I want to say it's the 28th. Don't quote me. Might be somewhere around in there. We're going to do a turn and burn. It's going to be freezing. I already know it. But we just want to get that ride in. Make sure you come down here. If you're going that first week, make sure you make your way down to All American Cycle. I'm not giving away the location to the festivities after the shop, but that Thursday, just know we're going to have some fun. What else we got? Now, let me, you guys, I can ramble. I can ramble. Let me get right to it. How do you like the camera setup? Is it clear? Is it good? I want to make sure because I don't want to give you guys poor quality. I always like to give you guys the highest quality I can and the highest audio I can. Yo, Mac, what are your thoughts on a cam upgrade on a bike that used primarily for long distance touring? Hold on, let me see. Thomas Campbell. I don't know how long you've been watching me, my friend, but I do not give out that type of information. And that's mainly because I don't know who your builder is going to be. Always go with what your builder recommends because you have nobody to blame but him. If you start tinkering around and doing your own thing, you got yourself to blame. And if you take my word for it, don't blame me. I'm not that guy. So the most overall The most used, I think, is the SNS 475. If you're just doing a stage 2 and you just want to ride, you want to get a little bottom end torque, you want to get a good little mid-range, go ahead with a SNS proven 475. I won't get into cyclorama cams. I won't get into gyms. There's no other person's cams I'm going to get into because I'm not your builder. Let your builder do that. Now, like I said, if you said it's a all around, just ride along long distance bike, you can't lose, man. You can't lose with something like that. It's very docile, but you know, it has spots where it wakes up. It's a proven cam too, but I'm not here to say this is what you want, because you got to know what kind of riding style you like. If you want, you want your bike to pull up top, you want your bike to get out of the hole pretty good, that's up to you. That's what you have to discuss with a builder and a tuner. Try to get that person that's going to be all in one. Don't go out and spend $1 million on a stage 2 either. Don't travel across the world for a stage 2. They're pretty much all going to give you the same. Tuning wise might be a little, 3-4 horsepower in difference, just depending on where you're at and who you're going to. What else we got? Rick Baker said the CVO looks killer with that front end lowered. Guys, let's talk about it. Now, I think I might have the CVO's front end exactly where it is ride height wise. Did I say that right? So when it's riding, that's about where it's at. I always like to go with a stance on my bikes. That's just me. Bipolar's jacked up on a stand right now, and she's sitting a little higher than she usually does because she's actually lower than my new roadglide. I'm sure you guys can kind of see that. Guys, let me tell you something, and I want to get this out there. That's the best bike Harley ever built, hands down. I don't care how many issues this bike has had. I don't care all the 24s. Out of all the bikes that Harley has made, that 2024 Road Glide is a beast of a bike. Mind you, yeah, Indian and all these other companies can always come out and say, hey, we can beat you, with a bone stock bike. But who cares? We're not all out here riding bone stock bikes. And when they do the King of the Baggers and all those other things, they're not bone stock bikes. So bone stock just means when you took it off the showroom floor, the end. The rest of it, this bike all day long. I'll go over it if you guys really want me to, but it's where it's at. If you don't have a 24, and unless you have a monster, unless you have a bike like this, don't go to a 24. But if you don't have this, you're just starting out, you got to go 24, even if it's a used bike. Words of wisdom for the day, guys. We're doing 275. Big Ben said, went to a different shop and have buyer's remorse. Big Ben, do you want to tell your story or do I need to guess what happened? Man, it happens to everybody, but I try to prevent it. Nobody wants to listen to me. Guys, you got to remember this. I remember when everybody was telling me, and this was a few years ago, when I started getting Bipolar off the ground. It's not a race bike. You're doing too much. It'll never be fast. You can't run E85. That's stupid. Getting carbon wheels is stupid. Hey, is anybody catching my drift right now? I said all that and they said all that. And to turn around 1 year later, they all did it. They all came to do it. Every influencer, same thing. Look, I'm just pirouetting around here. Same thing. Everybody came and did the same thing after they told me that this was a bad idea. This was junk. That's stupid. It's going to blow up. This bike, a killer. Same thing went when, what else did I do? I did something else to this bike and freaked everybody out. And everybody went crazy. And it was just like a big rah, rah, rah. Fuel filter. Clean the fuel filter. Guys, if you don't start keeping maintenance on your bike, you're going to have issues. So we cleaned the fuel filter and every old guy went bananas. That's not how you clean a fuel filter. That's not how you take the filter out. He should have used this, and I could do this. And the dealership told me it was going to be 8 hours. We showed you in real time. Guys, you don't have to believe me no more. I don't even care. I'm done proving my point. I'm done. So this bike is the proven testament to everything I've ever said. It's still a fast, blow your sport bike doors off fast bike. Guys, you take it how you want to take it. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. You know, I like to get off subject. What's up, Mac? Hope you're doing well. Pulled the trigger on the stage 2 on my 2024 Road Glide. All American Cycles did their thing. Shout out to them. Juan Panilio. Juan, trust me, my friend, I'm probably just as happy for you are with the bike. You know, the bikes are killers. The bikes are fast. Yeah, they're not breakneck sport bike fast, but for what they are fast, especially from what we came from. Night and day. Sound and pics all good. Thank you, Hurley Lawn. Max back. What's up with the feet? You talking about the old? Come on, man. You know I don't play around, man. I have something crazy on, not next week, the week after. Remember, recap. Let's see. I'm thinking I'm making a trip with All American Cycles to do a stage 3. Tell me what year bike that is and why stage 3. I don't know. They asked if he retired. I don't know. Let's put it this way. You have the parts on both your bikes. Have never been able to ride to go around 143 that didn't make 170 horsepower. Yeah. I probably will be missed on the channel. I need All American build. I have questions. How is the finish quality on the heat shields between the Thunderhead and the D&D? D&D, hands down, better quality. But the sound and the performance of the Thunderhead are night and day. You beat it. You blow it out the water. The sound is just killer to me. You know, I can't start the bike up in here, but I've started it. You guys heard it. You hear how it barks. When you get on it, it starts to sing early, like it has the note already and it's just carrying it. But that's what you want out of an exhaust. You don't want to have to rev the bike super high to get it to sound good. You don't want to have to ride the bike having it RPM super low for it to sound good. This bike, as soon as you touch the throttle, is already singing. But that's what it is. I wanted to tell you guys something else. BMF right now still has a Chrome Works exhaust on it. The bike made 182 horsepower on 93 pump gas, South Florida heat, reducer cone in the exhaust. But guys, I'm telling you, that pipe has really shown up. I think it's one of the highest producers at the shop, 135 wise, that he's built. Yeah, I think it is at this point. It made more. I think I made around 185 on E85. So remember, it's not a cheap exhaust, but it's lifetime warranty. You have to like the sound. If you don't like it, then you don't buy it. But the quality, how it pretty much came out on this bike, I took my time on figuring out which exhaust I really wanted to put on the bike. And after I put it on in the beginning, I was like, and then it just started to grow on me. And then I really liked the exhaust. Now I could have swapped this out and put a Thunderhead on it, probably made a couple more horsepower, maybe, because I'm not even 100% sure on that one. But it's doing its job. Now I've heard they have a new Chromeworks exhaust out there that makes good power. Doesn't make any different from the it has a converter in it, catalytic converter in it, but these don't. So I'm hearing it's making the same. So if you guys can't find one, first of all, check out Motorcycle Depot first. If Motorcycle Depot doesn't have it, nobody has it. So go ahead and just maybe get the one with the cat in it. Let's go. What else we got? I added a high pressure reducer to my Road Glide, added 24 more horsepower. It's a 23 roadglide ST with the stage 2, not close to the AAC bike. Okay, I'll come back to that. 2026 is my year to engine work inspiration, my brother. Doesn't Works, another YouTuber. Yes, my brother, listen. Be careful with who you go to. I always invite all the YouTubers to come to All American Cycle. Just get the experience. You don't have to like me to come get the work done. That's between you and him. But you got to understand, if you want to keep wasting money, and I'm not saying he's better than everybody else out there, but what I can say is I haven't found anybody who is just like, I'm disappointed. It really hasn't happened. You know, I see a lot of the guys that are you know, long distance riders, guys coming from Canada, you know, just guys coming from everywhere to get their bikes done. It's kind of saying something. So you're not here by mistake. You're here because you know where you want to go. What else we got? Chrome Works is good for power and torque. I got on an 18 Gen 1. Thanks, guys, for calling them Gen 1s. This is a Gen 1 road glide. That is a Gen 2 road glide. Now, let me ask you guys, how did you like the new colors on the new road glides? Don't be shy. If you in here and you're a friend of mine, don't be shy. Let me start scrolling up because I know I missed a bunch of people here. But I got something to say about it myself. You're getting a third bike right away or not? Okay, so I almost forgot why I'm getting rid of Bipolar. Okay, it's not even a getting rid of. Trust me, it's not a getting rid of. Listen, if you're getting rid of something, you're stripping it. You're taking the wheels off. You're taking everything off. It's not going to have this super killer motor in it. You're not going to have all these expensive parts, power vision, lights. This bike's got every tour pack with the speakers and a whole 9. This bike has everything. I'm going to give you the speakers, I'm drawing a blank. The saddlebags with the 10-inch speakers in it. You're getting everything with an extra set of saddlebags. What else is coming with this bike? You'll have a few tunes in this bike. So for whatever you want to do, this bike is going to do it. But I have to give you the disclaimer. This bike is fast. Guys, go back and watch the video if you haven't. I showed you where George made his first hit on this bike, and to see it take off like an airplane, and all of us are sitting there with wet underwear because, you know, we didn't expect it, but I had already ridden it and I knew what it was doing, but I'm like, hey, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But the bike is a handful, guys, trust me. But at the same time, you can take it anywhere. You could cruise this bike for some hours. It locks into the road. It doesn't ride like your normal road glide. It feels like it sits down and it doesn't want to wobble. It doesn't want to wiggle. It just wants to go straight. So, you know, if that's your style, this type of bike is for you. Don't forget, the second place winner is going to get some wheels. Now, why I'm getting rid of it, and it's not because I want a new bike or anything like that. This bike never gets ridden. This bike comes out twice a year, maybe. I make a hit every now and then on it to make sure I'm still on point myself. You know, if I want some adrenaline, I get on that bike. But before this bike loses its mark on the channel, it's just its mark on the people, it needs to go to a new home so somebody else can enjoy it. You guys know how I take care of my bikes. It's fully ceramic coated. It's got everything, the best of the best on it. And somebody else deserves it. I just feel like I'm not doing anything with it. Why am I holding on to it? Because I'm going to do that year after year. And I said, you know what? Yeah, this is the point where I say, you know what? Somebody else, put your hat in the ring and try to get this bike. All right, so I need an all-American build. I have questions. Hold on. Let me go back. We're putting a Thunderhead on the CVO before July. Let's go. Hold on, guys. So that's been a topic for the new bike. I like the matte blue road guy. Okay, I'm still watching, guys. We had a discussion. Do I put a Thunderhead on it because I like the sound? The quality, man, is very shaky. What a lot of guys are doing are getting them blasted and getting them repainted with a gloss coating on it. They look good. They look really good. So my thing was maybe to do that, but then that opens the door. Now am I chasing horsepower? Am I trying to make this not just a good riding bike? What am I doing here? It's very tempting. It's very tempting. I'm gonna leave it at that. But no, I'm not buying another bike, and I'm not doing this to do any crazy mess. I'm just doing it because I know if I'm going to get rid of something, the best way to do it is give somebody a chance that may not ever have a chance to get a bike like that. Let's go. I have my sticker. How many are you selling? Okay. They're a very limited supply. I'll say that. I do not have the bag in here. There's a limited supply, but we have a little bit of time. Guys, I'm telling you now, you're going to hate to see this bike go to somebody else when it honestly could be anybody's. I'm not doing super high crazy entries. It's none of that foolishness. It's, hey, if you want it, this is your chance, and this is how you can get to it. Hope it's coming to VA with me. Are you still on stop flywheel on the ST? Jeremy Fowler. 99. No, let me back up. The bottom end on that bike is stock. Yeah, that's a stock bottom end on that bike, man. It's pistons, head, cylinders, and a cam, and a little massaging of all those parts. That's it. 184 point something horsepower, 185 horsepower bike, and 182 on your 93 pump fuel that you can get from anywhere. It's a quick bike. It's a quick bike. Best bang for the buck. There's no other way around it. That 135, but it has to be built by All American. All these other guys, I learned quick in the Harley world, man, that guys who bash, they only bash because they feel like the business is being taken from them. And for them to think that you're not used to competition, and if you're not used to competition, then why are you in this game? Why are you a business? Because that's always going to happen. But when somebody's telling the truth, you guys tend to try and say, yeah, it's the truth, but, as soon as you say but, everything else after that means you're full of it. So you guys just try to twist whatever anybody else says and put it in your own words, and to make it seem like that's not what the truth is. So I'm sitting around and it comes across your feeds. Oh, all these guys just talk about his horsepower. That's not what we're talking about. The way I ride my bike, I can guarantee you 90% of the other tuners out there, they don't ride. They don't build like this. They don't have these things like this that they could show, because if they did, they would do the same thing. There's no point in having a dyno if you're not impressed with the numbers on the dyno chart. If you're not impressed with it, then go out there like they used to do back in the day and keep checking spark plugs. Yeah, it's a tool. We get that. But once you can start saying, hey, this is what it did, and now watch us make it perform, things seem like they're coming together, So I'm not going to mention this guy's name, but I've been wanting to just comment. It's not my place because I'm not a builder, but I listen to this guy bash other tuners, but he bashes them based off of the horsepower. Oh, you can't make 125 horsepower, buddy. It's a daily thing. Like, in 125 is not like we're trying to beat on our chest and say we got the. That's not what we're doing. Just say this is what the bike did. The end. Now, when we do nitrous bikes and turbo bikes, of course. But when they're out there riding next to you and going wherever you're going, you gotta relax, bro. Dude, so go ahead and hit the like button, guys, if you're in here and you're enjoying this. We got a good number of people in here. If you're in here and you're scouting for your own videos, it's fine. I know. And sometimes, personalities don't come a dime a dozen. I get it. But, go ahead and hit the like button anyway. I can't see it. I can't see it. Just hit the like button. Just let me know you're in here. Jeremy is in the building. Don't give out too many secrets. Some of the haters might want to try the CVO. That's cool. All the naysayers, they want to hold up, put them to bed. I've put 3,500 hard miles on this bike since it's been built. So if I could tell you something bad, I would. Even, I see these guys out here, they bash products and they bash, I have to say this one. You're bashing products that you've used, okay? You're bashing a product that you've used, and it doesn't help you to bash them because you're not getting any money back. They're not working with you. They're not doing anything special for you. We switch things all the time. Just switch and be gone with it. It's over with. And it's influencers who I'm talking about. I don't bash anybody. Guys, if you pay any attention to me, all I do is talk about what I have and what I've seen at the shop. That's it. I'm not saying my bike's faster than anybody else's bike. That's not the point. I'm not saying it rides better. I'm saying it rides as good as I like it to, though. So when, I had Thunder Max on my bike, we all knew Thunder Max was the first thing to come out and it has some quirks. Oh, well, big deal. It comes with everything. If you want to own the latest and greatest, all those things come into play, but I'm not going to sit up here and bash it. You just name anything on the bike, I won't sit up there and bash. When I put the Chromeworks on there, yeah, I knew there was better exhaust out there, but I'm not going to say, oh, this one just doesn't, do what I needed to do. I like it. That's it. If I don't like it, I pull it off and I put it on. Something else, that's just how I am. So, a lot of guys don't realize the voice that they have. Some of those tuners out there don't realize the voice that they have, and they get emotional. So they start, blabbering, and then, it just kind of kills the community, guys. It kind of does, man. Guys, if it means that much to you, get in another lane, okay? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Got to be talking out of California. I don't know who the clown is in California. I don't even know where this guy is at all. What's up, the details on the king? I'll get to it in a second. I know exactly who it is. This guy with long hair. Riding with the homie. Welcome back. T-Mag's working mint now. All right. So yeah, I'm not getting into who the guys are. It's just not just one guy. It's plenty of guys. That's what they do. And it just shows their frustration. That's up to you. And this ain't a bashing session. I'm just telling you guys, I see a lot of stuff. I don't get into it with a lot of people, this, that, and the third. I don't do those things, but for some reason, I feel like sometimes I got to say something. Now, guys, you got to remember this too. My channel has been based off performance since it first started, from the ground up, music and everything. What does Cali say, man? Listen, this is California words, guys. Shout out to everybody in Cali. I enjoyed hanging out with the guys when I was a King of the South. So, feet, beat, and heat. Okay, you got to have rims, you got to have a nice sound system, and you got to have a motor. And I said, you know what? Very good. I liked it. And that's what I come to build. That's just me. That's just my style. Welcome back. 2026, man. First one, we're already cutting heads off around here. Off subject, any kind of meat in freezer, eating tags, made jerky last weekend. Oh, I had some jerky, man. Listen, went out hunting a couple times. Almost had a heart attack one day. Long story, we'll save for another day. But no meat in my freezer right now. It sucks. If you're just joining the live, drop the temperature where you're at right now. We all want to see it. 6 degrees is the coldest I've seen so far. I got one more thing to get off my chest with you guys. It's not off my chest. It's something else I want to share with you guys. And I'll get to it in a second. Where can I get a hoodie? Hit me on Instagram. I'll get a hoodie out to you. You pick a color. We're making that happen. 2026 is going to be the year. What else? What else we got? Don't forget Daytona. Guys, I will be there the second weekend. Probably, I think that's the 7th. That Friday, 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go the first weekend for a burn and turn, just in case you're just not getting in the chat. Burn and turn that first weekend. I'm going to enjoy myself. We're going to have a ride. Guys, if you want to ride with me, I'm going to put out some information. Now, I can guarantee you, now that I'm bringing this up, everybody else is going to try to do the same thing. So pick your guy and ride with him. We're going to be doing a few things. I will be joining people for their rides and meetups as well. So, you know, get a good group of guys and we go hang out. If you're one of the regulars in Daytona and you know something that nobody usually goes to, hit me on Instagram, @TheRealOfficialMac, and we can coordinate and get something together and make it happen. Now, somebody asked me, 20 in VA, come on, dog. Yeah. Somebody asked me, where's the Road King? Okay. I'm gonna show you something right quick. Hold on. You know I got wheels now. We ain't on the bucket no more. Hold on, we're on wheels now. Oh. That about right? That about right? That's what the Road King's looking like now. You're going to see it shortly. Ain't no secrets. But, see what I'm doing with this? It's pretty light, right? I am selling handlebars now. Oh, yeah. I got bars on top of bars, and I'm going to show you something else in a second. But the Road King is being turned into a real race bike. We've played with the Road King for a while. I really enjoyed it. But now everything is hitting a new level. Yeah, I had to make a decision and I made one. And when you guys see it, it's going to be something different. Has nothing to do with, I forgot. I'm the gatekeeper, so I can't tell too much. But I'm showing you. If you know what this means, you know what time it is. So, hold on, guys. Hold on. Like I told you, I said I was gonna have bars. These are the ones that are on that bike. This is a 16-inch mini pullback. Okay. If you want bars, the only way I'll be selling them is through Instagram. So you have to hit me on Instagram if you do want bars. You guys, you can see the quality of these bars is crazy. Brand new. Don't ask the company name because I won't tell you anyway. They shall remain nameless, but I have plenty of bars. Hold on. I'm gonna do you guys one more favor because it's the first day back. It's the first day back. It's like going back to school. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Now, this really wasn't my idea, but it ended up turning into my idea. Hold on. I'm just hiding stuff back here. Hold on. I know you guys ain't got nothing to do. We all work tomorrow. Don't rush me. Don't worry. I'm not breaking nothing. Hold on. Who knows what these are for? Who knows what these are for? Let me see. Let me check the comments. I got a feeling. Hold on. Who knows what these are for? What bike? Yes, sir. Who is that? Matthew Savoy said Street Glide. So, Street Glide guys, I got you. I'm just trying to show you the pullback on them. All this stuff I will have readily available for you guys. 1.5 inch thick bars, gangsters, okay? Gangster bars, all of them are gangsters. So if you're looking for bars, you're getting a new bike, and you want something similar to what I have, I got it for you because so many people were asking. So I figured I might as well make it happen. What else we got? 9 degrees in Detroit. Ohio's 9. I expect it to be worse. Oh, PA. Whoa, 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 whoa. He said it's 3 degrees. Stay in the house, man. Stay in the house. I have a new gen. So you got a Gen 2 dropped in a 135. Should I do the whole crate or just a 135 build? Wait a minute. Do you have a CVO or a CVO ST? Because if you have that, there's no point in putting the whole engine in because it already comes with the factory crank is the one that bolts up to the 135 kit. That question, Robert Futrell. I hope I said your name right. Hey, I butcher some names, guys. I butcher some names. So if you have joined the chat, go ahead and hit the like, especially all the guys that I can see in the comment section. Hit the like. I hope I didn't miss anybody. We've been doing our thing. Just going through real quick. Okay. All right. Guys, get your questions in. I think I pretty much said everything I needed to say. We will be here not next weekend. That's Super Bowl weekend. Remember, me and football cannot compete. I ain't even going to try. So we're going to skip next weekend, next Sunday, but I will be back the Sunday following. And, we make it happen. So, guys, like I said, if you're in the chat now, go ahead and hit the like. If you got questions before I go, don't forget, get your tickets. If you can't find where to get the tickets, hit me on Instagram. I'll send it to you. But it's in the YouTube link, okay? It's in my bio. So if you go to my name and just look, it'll say raffle. When you see that word, that's the app you have to get your entries, okay? Jeremy said, Corbin, listen, best seat on the market, hands down. Only seat or the lifetime warranty. Get through Instagram too, correct? Yes, you can get tickets through Instagram as well. You guys need to have a sticker. You have to have a sticker that shows your entry. That's all the stickers for. I mail them out to you. I have a stack this big that's going out tomorrow. So if you guys have already bought an entry or two, you will be getting your sticker. Now, do yourself a favor, and this is just a tip from me to you. Do not buy single tickets. Do not buy single tickets. Don't buy 2 tickets because there is a bundle. The price for 2 tickets is actually a bundle for a lot more. So go make sure you're paying attention and get it like that. Get your chances a little bit better. I'm not doing super high entries because I want it to be as fair as possible. Let's see. Would All-American cam be better than a Star 3030 cam? That's all I can tell you. Let me tell you this part. It's not the cam. Well, I'm sorry. It's the combination. Okay, you're getting a builder, and he's gonna be putting a cam plus what else? I don't know. If you're just doing a stage 2, what are you looking for out of the cam? It's kind of hard. I think a 3030 cam is probably more of one of the more performance cams. I don't know how it is on bottom end torque. So if you're doing your own research, call the people who actually make the cam. So if it's Star Racing, call them up. Hey, this is my setup. What do you think about this cam? He's gonna sell you on a cam, but it's just the specific cam you need. Star 3030s, I've always heard sound pretty good. I don't really know how much performance you get out of them. I know guys will run them in a stage 2 and some smaller motors. It's the best of my knowledge. Do I have 14-inch bars on the ST? No, they are 16-inch pullback bars. mini pullback, so they don't look that big and they sit right where you need them to. Perfect. How do you feel about a T-bar setup? I've ridden a couple bikes. One of my latest videos, I rode Carlos's bike, and his bike has a T-bar setup. The difference for me in a T-bar setup, you can't use, hey, sorry guys, let me get that out the way. You can't use your backrest. If you got a T-bar setup, you're off your backrest. I have to have a backrest. I am not riding a bike without a backrest. I feel like the more comfortable you are, the longer you're going to ride. And I know a lot of the guys like to use the lapel seats, and it has like a step-up seat, but that's not a backrest. I'm sorry. So for me, T-bars are not everyday style riding, I guess, for me. If I had to figure out how to get from A to B very fast, maybe, but I need something, straight and in control, and maybe I would go with a T-bar. T-bar for me is more for the look. You're going with a certain type of look for your bike. I don't know what you call this look. I think they just call it performance bagger. Like we have drag, we have, big wheel, we have, just your cruiser laid back type ride. But then you have the guys with the taller suspension and the Olins and all those different, the foot controls are different, they run the T-bar setup. So if you're going for that look, you have to go T-bar. Just make sure you get something that's not going to block that screen, something that's going to kick back to you a little bit. I mean, that once you start trying to build that way, it becomes expensive. But same time, if that's the look you're going for, money can't be the problem. That's my opinion on T-bar setup. I just feel like I can get a lot more done with an ape style bar for a lot less money. You giving people a chance for that belt? Any YouTuber in the house? Rick Baker out here throwing shots. So speaking of, I put a post out, is anybody racing? And that's not me calling anybody out. They always say I'm the bully. I don't know how I became the bully, but we all like to see racing. So if people are talking about racing, or if I'm bringing a race in, or this guy's always wanted to race me, as always how it goes. There's Daytona. There's always the perfect opportunity to try and make something happen. Safe, fun environment. We don't have to be best friends, and we don't need to be enemies to make it happen. Just like I've been explaining to you guys, when you're in this chat, you don't have any enemies. Just because you want to get next to somebody doesn't mean it has to be a fist fight before or after. We just like to go out there and see how the bikes run. You might have a bike built by some other performance shop, and you want to see how it sit next to an All-American-Cycles bike. Now, from what I'm seeing, everybody is getting an All-American-Cycle build. That's just but not that there's anything wrong with it, but that's just what it is. You know where to go for the performance, but you guys go out, you guys want to have a good time, invite everybody to the party. So I made my own invitation. and we'll see what happens from there. Stock cables and brake lines work on 16-inch apes. No, they do not. First of all, I had that T-bar set up on that bike. So that's number one reason why it wouldn't fit, because they were 10-inch bar, maybe, it's like, the little baby riser, 2-inch riser. So you're not going to get that out of that. I had to add a brake line and a clutch line to that bike. Like I said, it's worth it. But if you're going to T-bar setup, go with what you like to look at. I guess comfort could be later for some people, but comfort's first in my book. And then I'm just going to try and figure out a way to make it. Listen, the bars on here are factory 47s. This is a 12-inch, 1.5-inch bar. It is very popular. It's a very popular setup, and I knew I couldn't go wrong. But there's no flavor and pizzazz to this. But at the same time, this bike is for getting the A to B fast. That bike, on the other hand, a little bit taller, a little more sleek, more pulled back, but still didn't have much personality. So I painted, you know, and just tried to give the whole bike some flavor. That's just how I roll. Any chance you want to stop by Tuesday and check out a build on my ST, 24 ST? You're the reason I'm doing it, so I figured you might be interested. Up North Outdoors, I'm there. If you have my Instagram, hit me on Instagram. Give me a reminder. I will pull up. Okay, I will pull up to that shop because I like to see builds, period. And I know you guys are like me. You know, we like to see it. That's why I've been bringing you guys the vlogs lately, because that's just something that if you can't be there, I at least want to kind of be able to put my eyes on it. And every now and then I'm going to pause the video so I can see, oh, look what he's got. And I'm going to start trying to get more in detail. Some guys like to show their bikes off. Carlos, my boy Carlos, he likes to show his bike off. And I appreciate that from him because I can actually go up to it when he's not there. And, you know, nobody's going to sit up at the shop for 6 or 8 hours. So if I'm there, I can go up to your bike and say, look, this is how you want to do things. You know, this is what the shop brings. This is what these guys are getting into with a lot of these bikes, you know, and that's just how it is. A lot of the times, you know, I don't show everybody's bikes because they're a different type of build. You know, when those guys are building those bikes that are made to get from A to B very fast, no, we can't put all that out. You have to be at the shop to see it yourself. Maybe if I do like everybody else, do a members only, and we'll go out and say, yeah, it's so gimmicky, man. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Dre, I think that's Dre. Drees? I'm going to say Dre. I'm going to say Dre, 05, 1K. He said he just got some more entries. Guys, I'm telling you, get your entries because this bike is leaving here. This bike is going somewhere. This bike is getting a new home. Your chances are better than, I promise you, anywhere else for a giveaway. When I'm saying it, it's your chance is just as good as the guy next to you's chance. But anyway, let's go. What else we got? Only Motors. Jeremy, what you talking about, man? Hey, are you coming down here sometime soon, bro? Like, what's up? I'm going through, making sure I didn't miss any comments or questions. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Yeah, so 3 degrees is the coldest I've seen so far. It's 40 something here, guys. You know, I don't like it. Let me see what we got here. 41. Shit. Feels like 34. Dog's gonna end up pissing in the house tonight. They ain't going outside. They're not gonna do it. So, guys, I got 2 more minutes and I'm gonna have to get out of here. Yeah, in a few weeks, bro, I'll hit you up. Oh, speaking of, get in the shop now. I'll let that sink in. Get in the shop now. If you try to wait, if you don't have an appointment, you try to wait till the last minute, they're so booked up because everybody that comes to Daytona goes straight there, then up to Daytona. Riding. Smart idea. You know, even for you know, guys just coming in for little things, man. It's gonna be tough to get in there. We do every year because everybody wants to make the first ride, the first burn and turn. If you're from down here, I always want to make the first burn and turn, so everybody's getting a bike in the shop, make sure everything's right. Then you got the guys coming down to get the build from out of state. That's crazy. He's gonna build you a motor in 2-3 days and get you back. You've never heard of that. I don't care where you at. You've never heard of that. And get you back riding and able to enjoy your bike in Daytona. It's crazy to me. So, guys, I appreciate you for watching, joining. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Pass this video on to the next guy and the next guy. Pass the channel along. Let's grow this channel this year. It's 2026. Bipolar's getting a new home. There's a lot of things coming. I got bars. I'm selling you guys anything and everything you guys want right now. It's going to be interesting. So not next weekend. After Super Bowl weekend, we will be back live. You guys can check out the channel. If you guys are coming to the shop, hit me up. Let me know. The Real Official Mac on YouTube. It's the best way to get in contact with me. But get yourself some stickers or some entries. And I'm out.